Come on.
Yeah.
Almost like we were missing an obvious one.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been a quote from Anakin. Padme!
Yeah. Alright, here we are again. Welcome to another episode in our Prequel 96 series where we move those prequel films back to the 80s and adopt the roles of CEOs in the Kenner toy factory. Heading up these toy lines, we've released 6 waves so far on beautiful card backs, if I might say so myself.
Yeah, very nice.
You'll see those going across the top and the bottom. Last week, we did our first wave of Revenge of the Sith. And this week we move on to Wave 7, which covers figures 61 to 70. Last week we got out some of the obvious players from the film. I get the feeling, though, this week we're going to start to see some more obscure characters.
Yeah, definitely. I do wonder how many are actually going to... Because normally we usually have 2 or 3 that are the same, but this week I'm willing to bet that not one of yours is going to be the same as one of mine.
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll
let's find out, shall we?
Yes, absolutely.
Martin, what have you got for number 61?
Okay, number 61 for me is Ayla Secura, Jedi Knight, obviously, part of the Jedi Council. I think you chose her for Attack of the Clones, if I remember correctly. And I haven't picked her yet. Yeah, so... obviously, can play out that Order 66 moment on Felucia, where she gets killed by the clones. So, number 61, Ayla Secura.
Yeah, just only a bit part player in the in that particular film, isn't she? We don't see a lot of her. So.
No, not really.
No. But good character nonetheless.
So,
I'm kicking things off at number 61 with Padme. We've got a few Padmes already, or a couple of a few Padmes, isn't there already?
Yeah.
This episode, or this film, I should say, she goes through a number of different outfits once again. So I've just picked out her blue dress, and she can be pregnant in this, and if we so wish, I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, what scene's the blue dress from?
Oh man, now you're
the beginning of the film, isn't it?
It's sort of, I think it's around the middle, actually.
Okay.
On Coruscant.
Oh, yeah.
She spends a lot of her time on Coruscant, though, I think. So.
Yeah, she doesn't really have to do too much in this. No, it's the one where she's wearing when Obi-Wan comes to visit her, I think, isn't it?
Yes, I think. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. I only watched it like 2 days ago, or a few days ago.
No, I mean, and that's good, really, that you picked her, because we got some complaints in the comments for the last episode. Padme hadn't been.
But I don't think it was a complaint as such, but they were like, Padme, come on, almost like we were missing an obvious one.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a quote from Anakin, Padme. Okay. Number 62 for me is the Clone Pilot. Oddball is the name of the clone pilot now. Obviously we've had a TVC card for him already, and he's obviously from the beginning of the film at the battle over Coruscant between the Trade Federation and or the Separatists, I should say, in the Republic. So
is he also in the end of the film when he takes down Kit Fisto, I want to say?
Possibly. I mean, I think that just might be another clone pilot, to be honest. Not pirate, a pilot, because I think Oddball might be the one that
they all look
destroyed.
The same, but...
Yeah, exactly. They all look the same, and Anakin wants to go back and help them, doesn't he? But Obi-Wan tells him, he needs to stick to his mission. So number 62, clone pilot named Oddball.
You're actually naming him Oddball. There's no mention of the name in the film.
I think because we're trying to reflect the original Kenner line, we wouldn't name him. So I think just Clone Pilot.
Clone Pilot. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. 62 for me. I've gone with the Senate Guard. We see the blue one. That's one that you picked actually in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
So we do see him or see them at some point in the film quite early on. So
are you going for the blue ones?
The blue one at this point. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Number 63 for me is Captain Antilles. Obviously, the captain of the Tantive 4. You see him right at the end of the film, who takes possession of C-3PO and R2-D2, obviously to link in with Episode 4. I don't even know if he has a line. I think he might say "Yes, sir," possibly, but we are trying to reflect the original line of Kenner. So I think that's a worthy addition. So yep, number 63, Captain Antilles.
Nice. Number 63 for me then is an Utapawan. Now you had Tion Medon.
Yeah, that's the one.
His name. So, and he really is the only Utapawan you see. So it was kind of like, if you remember last week, I wasn't sure whether to go with Wookiee or Chewbacca. So
yeah,
I might quite possibly just go with Tion Medon.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we can reuse the card then. You don't have to do any extra editing. Number 64 for me is the Emperor's Royal Guard. The guards, but in red this time.
Nice.
Obvious choice, and also a nice reflection of what we saw in the original trilogy. So nothing really to say about that one. Could be an army builder if you wanted him to be. So good one.
Good. Yeah. Now time for an obscure one here.
Okay.
Because this is a real background character that I had to do a bit of research on. So we're still on Utapau. So leading on from my last one, if you look behind Obi-Wan, his ship is getting refueled.
Yeah.
And I looked up those guys, and I thought we needed something to sort of go alongside, like the Jawas, for instance. We need some more small guys. Utai Skyforce. These guys are known as, So a bit different. I don't actually know if they've got a character out in any other line. I don't know.
They must do, I mean,
something to look up.
Must do, yeah. I know the ones you mean. Okay, that's really good choice, mate. I didn't think about them at all. Hint for the future waves, but yes. That's great one.
We're really trying to figure out who our last 17 is going to be based on who we didn't pick.
Let's not talk about it now. But that's going to be hard.
Yeah.
So we're up to 65. Yeah, 65. I've also gone for Padme Amidala, but I have gone for her in her Mustafar, the grey outfit she wears when she goes to see Anakin on Mustafar. Baby bump and all. I mean, she come with a blaster, I'm sure, but it's not really, as we said earlier, Padme doesn't really have it. Great character, don't be wrong. I love Natalie Portman in the prequel trilogy, but she kind of is put on the back burner, and understandably so in a way. But she doesn't have a huge amount to do, does she?
I was going to say it's where her story ends, and it quite literally is. But you're right.
Yeah, she's more of a plot device, isn't she, in Revenge of the Sith than the other movies? She actually doing the fighting in the first two. But So number 65, Padme Amidala, Mustafar.
Okay, 65 for me. Then I'm picking out one of yours from last week because we need 2 C-3POs, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Got to be quite surprised to hear me say that, but 2 C-3POs. We're going with the gold C-3PO this time.
Okay, cool.
So, number 65.
Yep, fantastic. I've actually just realised I've repeated a character from Attack of the Clones, so I'm going to quickly skip that one. So number 67, it was a Lumnara Unduli, and I forgot that I've done her for Attack of the Clones. Right. So we're going to skip her. So my new 60 Order 66, and fittingly enough, it's a Jedi. Plo Koon.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. I think you've had him before.
One I've done before,
yeah. Good, lovely, great character. Dave Filoni's favourite character.
Is it?
Yeah,
interesting.
He before he got the job at Lucasfilm, he cosplayed him at a Star Wars celebration with his friend. Really? Yeah, right. It's that's how much of a Star Wars fan.
Did it look good?
I've never seen it.
You've not seen it.
It's a story he tells.
It's just a fact.
Often.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So 66 for me. I've gone for a Jedi as well. Saisi Tin. Saisi Tan.
Saisi Tin. Yeah.
I didn't know how that would be pronounced.
Come down the side. Yeah. That's cool.
So that's one who gets quite quickly dispatched by Palpatine.
Yeah, pretty. Yeah, I mean, those. Oh, yeah. That's for another conversation. We
Oh,
could go
okay.
into a massive tangent about that scene, but number 67 for me. Is it 67? Yeah, 67 is, and this is to right a wrong from the original Kenner 96, Captain
Oh,
Tarkin. Now, obviously, it's famous that they never did a Grand Moff Tarkin or a Governor Tarkin figure for the original 96.
yeah.
And then they righted that wrong with the retro collection a few years back. But if we were doing it again for the prequels, I've gone for number 67, Captain Tarkin. I believe he's Captain Tarkin. I might have got the rank wrong, but
Okay.
yeah. And obviously, we
That's
see him at the
interesting. Yeah.
end, Revenge of
Yeah.
the Sith. Yeah, on
Do you
the
know what?
bridge.
I mean, I was going to mention it because he might make my list at some point, but it was only in this watch that I realised that was Tarkin at the end.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, wow.
I didn't really pay any attention to the character himself. I just sort of, I don't know. I didn't really notice that he was there, and yeah, on
Yeah.
the latest watch, I was like, hang on, it's Tarkin.
Yeah.
I
It's a
mean,
good little
it's
cameo.
not easy, not easy to miss. Am I saying
No.
that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, where are we? 67. So yeah, I've just had Saisi Tin. I'm
Tin.
going with Agent Kolar.
Okay, another
Hagen
Jedi.
Kolar. So it's
Yeah.
the other
Yeah.
Jedi that goes in with Mace Windu and gets easily dispatched. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
classic.
I
Yeah.
figured I'd
Yeah.
have to have the two of them in there if I'm going to do it. So
Yeah, because every kid would want to recreate that scene.
yeah, you
Absolutely.
especially.
Absolutely, yeah. There'd be like 20 Jedi in my scene though, and he'd take them all. Okay, number 68. This is really
68.
difficult for me because I'm having to put one number back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, number 68, Sly Moore, who's the bald female alien who is one of Palpatine's what's the word? Second in command in the Senate.
Yeah.
I forget the name I used in the last episode or the previous episode for the other guy, but fallen to his
Masameda.
names.
Yeah.
Masameda, thank you. But yeah, so Sly Moore, a great looking character. Kind of reminds
Yeah.
me of that alien from Star Trek: The Motion Picture. People, Star Trek fans are now going mad that I can't remember her name, but yeah, cool alien. And I thought possibly we might see her in Andor because she was mentioned in Andor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when I think
So we see
what's her name, Mon
Masameda in
Mothma.
Andor, don't we?
No, we don't know, but Mon Mothma is expecting the someone to come to the dinner party that her husband's arranged, and he mentions the rank of this person. I can't remember, and I think it's Sly Moore. Everyone was predicting we'd see them in the next episode, but of course they just skipped over the dinner.
That's right. We spoke over it. We spoke about it, didn't we? Thinking that we
did,
would
yeah.
see the two of them. That's right.
Yes, right. Yeah,
Of course. 68 then for me, I've gone with the Emperor's Royal Guard. So yeah, I've got the
nice.
blue
Yep.
Senate Guard and the red Royal Guard.
Yep. Lost my bet.
Don't need to.
Lost
your
we
bet?
matched one. My bet was we wouldn't get one the
Of
same
course,
in
yeah.
this episode. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, number 69, Baron Papanoida. Obviously, Adam's fully familiar with who Baron Papanoida is.
Yeah, but for the viewers, once again.
Yeah, so for the viewers who obviously don't know who he is, he's actually played by George Lucas. And with his daughter Katie Lucas, they're all part of the Papanoida family, and you see them on the left-hand side as Anakin's running up the stairs to go and see Palpatine in the opera scene. And yeah, it's quite clearly George Lucas when you see it because, beard and all. The only difference is he's not wearing his trademark check shirt and jeans, but yeah,
it doesn't quite fit, does it? But...
No. And Baron Papanoida actually made another appearance in the Clone Wars in one of the episodes. So number 69, Baron Papanoida.
Was he named in that Clone Wars episode?
He was, yes. He was named in the Clone
Yeah.
Wars episode. Obviously not in the movie, but
no.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. So 69 for me. I've gone for a Mustafarian.
Yeah, cool. Good
so
choice. Yeah.
There are two types. There's a tall one and a short, stocky one. I think I'll go with the short, stocky one.
Okay. Yep.
But
cool.
yeah, they are pretty similar looking anyway. Mustafarians.
Yeah, you do see them in the odd scene in the background, don't you? And I'm actually mostly used to seeing them. I have that VR game, that Vader Immortal, and it takes place on Mustafar, and you actually interact with the Mustafarians quite a lot. It's a great game. If you get a chance to play it, it's amazing. So number 70, is this our last one?
Yeah, last one for this episode.
Last one.
Yep.
It's a Polis Masson, who is one of the aliens on the asteroid planet where Bail Organa and Obi-Wan land with Padme when they've just rescued, and obviously Yoda's there as well, I think, at the end of the movie. So yeah, Polis Masson.
Polis Masson.
Massan,
okay.
Yeah.
Massan,
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, we'll see. I'll have to do a bit of research for this card.
Yeah, trying to find a picture for that card is going to be tough.
Yeah, I'm sure. In fact, it is going to be for a lot of these.
It is.
As I look down this list, I'm thinking, God, this is going to be hard work. But number 70 for me, so this one shouldn't be a difficult card to recreate, is going to be a dark side Anakin. So I said in the previous episode that I was going to do Anakin from earlier on in the film. Now, he doesn't really change much, but I'm going to make his skin a little bit, paler like it is, and then give him some yellow eyes. And, if we were actually making these figures, I'd probably give him removable limbs as well.
Yeah, good idea.
Quite possibly a hairpiece, I don't know. So we can all recreate that scene at the end.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea, removable limbs, because you could do it like C-3PO, couldn't you?
That's where I got the idea, but
I like it. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, cool.
Excellent stuff.
That is our numbers 61 to 70. That's right. Yep, 61 to 70. Yep. That's wave 7. Next week we'll be moving on to wave 8, which is going to be ridiculously obscure, I'm sure. If this one was anything to go by, next week's is going to be even tougher.
It's our last wave for Revenge of the Sith, isn't it? Next week?
It is our last wave for Revenge of the Sith. Hopefully you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and we will catch you in the next one. We'll see you later.
Bye.